What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a quick and easy one for you guys. Very useful. I don't care what your strategy is and how you trade. These two indicators will be very useful and beneficial to you. So I want you guys to go check them out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So this isn't my chart. This is I'll just use the incognito so I can show you guys how to set up the indicators or whatever. So open up your trading view. If you do use trading view, that's where I found these indicators. I don't know if they're available on like MetaTrader or whatever else you may use, but yeah, let's go ahead and pull it up. So pull up your indicators. If you don't know what it looks like, it's a little FX. You can do this on your phone. You can do this on your computer. Doesn't matter. So the first indicator is going to be the sessions indicator. These aren't indicators that you guys are thinking about, like the RSI and the MACD and stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about here. So this one's very different but very useful. So go here. It's going to be a little gear next to where it says sessions. That's going to be your settings. And once you pull that up, you're going to see the Asian, the London, and the New York session. Unclick the Asian session because I don't really try to trade the Asian. There's a lot of consolidation that happens at that time. And so yeah, I don't feel the need to necessarily highlight it. So choose two different colors for your sessions. If you can't see it, bring the transparency up where it says opacity. So just bring it up to where you can see it. Don't make it too dark because it makes your chart look way too busy. Makes it harder to see the candlesticks. So put that about 47% or whatever you like. Purple, I guess. Boom. Literally all you have to do. All right, so why do I use this? So for one, for those of you that don't know, there's a lot of consolidation that happens outside of the sessions. The markets move like way more during the sessions and a lot quicker. So whatever trade you're trying to place, it may play out a lot quicker during the sessions. And a lot of my setups tend to happen in the New York session, something I've been backtesting. When you're backtesting, you can turn this off or whatever. Like, don't look at the sessions when you're backtesting. Do all your backtesting, and then you see where all your winners are. Go back and then turn on your sessions, and then see where all your trades, your winners are. And you may notice that there's a consistency in that. So basically, you just want to trade robotically. You want to do whatever is the most consistent. And this is another tool that you could use to help you find what time works best for your strategy, because believe it or not, like your strategy may work only in the New York session or whatever you trade. Not only, but mostly, depending on what it is. So right here I can get my ruler tool on TradingView and show you guys like the range of pips and like how long it took to get to this high. So right here this is GBP USD, in about 10 hours it reached about 50 pips max. And during the sessions, so from here to here, so in less than half of that time, 2 hours, it reached 48 pips, very close. But then you go over here and look at the New York session, then boom, like here, I can go all the way down here. In 3 hours, it moved 81 pips. Still less than the amount of time it took for it to do 50 pips during the, like outside of these two sessions. And so right here, another useful thing, you can backtest what I'm saying. A lot of consolidation happens outside of the sessions. Right here, see, not much range of pips, but then as soon as these sessions hit, boom, price is moving heavily or whatever. Consolidation, decent move up, consolidated a bit through the sessions. That happens. Especially if it's like a Monday. Sunday and Mondays, there's a lot of consolidation that can happen. Mondays have moved quite a bit. I've seen the market open up on Sundays and they'll move quite a bit too. So the market does what it wants, but you just want to do what happens the most and what's consistent. Like, you guys will hear me preaching consistency. So, and another thing I use the sessions indicator for is to basically just map out reversals. And that's where you could catch your big moves or whatever, depending on what your strategy does, and if you can catch setups like this, whatever move, depending on the pair as well. This is also dependent on the pair. So GBP USD will follow this quite a bit. So people that use the Great British Pound in the London session, like they're up in these hours. So you're gonna see a lot of movement there. And then GBP USD. So the USD is the other currency that is traded against. And USD is going to move during which session? Mostly the New York session. So you're going to see a lot of movement from the US dollar during the New York session. So what will happen is you'll see a reversal happen, not all the time, but quite a bit of the time you'll see a reversal happen in the New York session versus what the London session was doing. So you can see price shooting down here. You see bearish momentum here. Here, I'll get you. So the reversal will happen. So the London will do whatever it does. The London can go up or it could go down. In this case, you can see the London session moving down here. And then what happens at the open, the New York session, we're not right at the open, but like maybe we're on the 15-minute time frame. So maybe like about an hour into the session, price starts to shoot up in the opposite direction. So you'll see these reversals happen quite a bit. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you see one market or like one session do one thing, and then during the New York or whatever, it'll probably just consolidate, or it can consolidate into London and then it can shoot up. So it's kind of what happened here. A little bit of consolidation, but still more of a bullish momentum there. Here you got a bit of consolidation, kind of continued on. These aren't the best examples. It happens though. I want you guys to back test it and see it for yourself. It does happen quite a bit. But in these scenarios, last few weeks, hasn't been happening too much. All right, here it happened. You got the London pushing down, New York pushing up. So you got the London pushing up. All right, now we're getting some examples. New York pushing down, and I don't know if it's obvious or not, but this light blue is just the London session. The dark blue, or like I guess you could say the darker blue, is the start of the New York, but the London session is still continuing. So this is your New York London overlap, and then right here is just the remainder of the New York alone. So I don't know if that was obvious or not. You have a bit of consolidation here. It went up, down, up, and then it shot down a lot in the New York. So yeah, right here moved up a little bit, not much, and then right before the New York session, it started to fall heavily. Looks like the pound has been consolidating quite a bit during the London session. I don't know what's going on. I'm not much of a fundamental trader, meaning I don't trade based off of news and stuff like that. Backtest this so you can see if this is true or not, or if you think you could use this with your strategy or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. Let's go ahead and get into the next indicator. The next indicator I use will be the day of the week. So go over to your day of the week, hit the gear. So this is going to be a lot like your let me hide my sessions indicator. So this will be a lot like your sessions indicator. Pick a color. There we go. Red, I guess, or pink. All right, cool. Try not to make them too dark, or do whatever you want to do. All right, so the day of the week, the way I use this is, for those of you that ever heard of Inner Circle Trader, ICT, something I heard him say a few times is that the previous day's high or the previous day's low will be swept by the next day, meaning price will break through it and then do whatever it does. It can continue on after it breaks through. Most of the time it does happen. A lot of the things I'm showing you guys, like no one knows what the market is gonna do all the time. This is just something that I see happen consistently. So Monday, Tuesday. So the high of Tuesday, you can even look at that, was swept. Let me zoom in for you guys. On Wednesday, high was taken out and then price fell down. This day, the low wasn't taken out, but let's move this to our high. and boom, look at this. You have one candlestick take it out, like a wick from a candle. So you had the high for this day was taken out by this one candlestick right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Taken out by that one candlestick, price shot down. Now let's see. So this day, here's your low. Your low was swept. Like I didn't cherry pick this or anything. This is literally from the last few days or whatever. Let's see. So the low is taken out. Go here. This isn't necessarily true for like your Friday to Sunday, like from the end of your week to your next week. Sunday, there's a lot of consolidation that happens, but it even happened on Sunday. Like the low was taken out and price went up. And then Monday, the low for that day was taken out. And then your high for Monday was taken out on Tuesday. And now we are on, like, Wednesday is about to happen. I have my time set to the New York time or whatever, so it lines up with the New York time. I don't know why I did that, but if your session indicator does not line up with like the actual time that the session starts, whatever, you can verify that, what time the market is open in your time frame or time zone. I'm Pacific time, so the London session starts at 12 a.m. for me, and you can check here. If you want to change your time zone, you just click down here where it has the time clicking and it says UTC. And then click on your time zone. You can switch it over to New York. You can do Pacific or whatever time zone you're in. Change it to that. But that's a little tip for that. But yeah, so, and now we're on Tuesday heading over to Wednesday. So now this high is probably going to be taken out by the looks of it for this day. I mean, it's already honestly taking it. I think it may continue a little bit more, and then price will do whatever it does. I don't know the reason for that, but it happens. You guys can go back test that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. It's a little bit longer than I intended, but I wanted to show you guys how these are beneficial to like almost any strategy you trade. I just wanted to show you guys like the characteristics of the market and how you can use this with almost any strategy. And the reason why I say this is the only two indicators to use, because I believe price action is king. So yeah, if you guys do think that this has been helpful at all, leave a like. And if you do like these indicators and you may find a way to incorporate them into your strategy, then subscribe to the channel if I did do that for you. I have a lot more videos coming. Next video I'll probably be dropping would be, like I already dropped a back testing video, but this one I'll go in depth on why I do what I do, and then we get a little bit more into my strategy. I just want to show you guys all the back end stuff so there's not little questions distracting you from like the actual strategy when the time comes, and why I'm doing what I do. That's pretty much it. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next.